Good afternoon. This is a walkthrough session of week 5, session 2, April 20th through 24th, where you're going to utilize the equation y equals mx plus b. We are going to talk about what that equation is. That is considered an equation of a line. It's actually called the slope-intercept equation, y equals mx plus b. We have also done this before. The format of slope-intercept is the following: y equals mx plus b. Y is a letter, x is a letter, m is a number, which it's the slope, and b is a number which represents the y-intercept. So if you look at this right here, y equals mx plus b, we're going to have a number and we're going to put it in here, and we're going to have a y-intercept and put it in here. So if you were given y equals 3x minus 5, you would know that the slope was 3 and the y-intercept is negative 5. In the exercises to follow, they are going to say slope is 3, y-intercept is negative 5. Please write the equation. When you're graphing that, the B stands for, think of it as your beginning point, and M tells you how you move. Here we go. These are the types of problems similar to the types of problem you will have. Given the slope of 7 and y-intercept 3, then write the equation. So we are going to write y equals 7x plus 3. This is my slope. This is my y-intercept. Given the slope of 1/4, slope of 1/4, intercept of negative 5. So y equals what mx plus b, this is slope. This is y-intercept. So y equals 1/4 x minus 5. Not a plus negative. Another thing you're going to have to do is you're going to be given a table and you're going to be asked to write an equation. How are you going to write an equation of a line given a table? First, you're going to identify the y-intercept. On a table, if there is a point that is 0, and number, that is your y-intercept. Or you're going to calculate the y-intercept by using the coordinates in their pattern by extending the table. Sometimes that y-intercept's not going to be there, but it will if you know the pattern that is on the table. You can go below the table or above the table to find it. You're also going to have to calculate the slope using 2 coordinate pairs. You can do that by using the slope formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, or you can do it by bunny hops. This slope is actually said is the change of y over the change of x. So we're going to go do a couple of examples. So write an equation in slope-intercept form of the table. So here's how this works: is y equals mx plus b. I'm going to have to find the m, and I'm going to have to find the b. I'm going to give me some workspace over here. I'm going to look at my table. My b is always a point that has a 0, a number, and he's right here. So my y-intercept is 3. My slope is from here to here is plus 4, and from here to here is plus 1. And so my slope is 4 over 1, which is 4. If I do it down here, that is also plus 4, and that is plus 1. It's the same thing the whole way down the table. So my equation is y equals 4x plus 3. The next one is write an equation and slope-intercept of the table. So my equation is y equals mx plus b, where I need to find the slope and I need to find the y-intercept. I always hunt the y-intercept first. It is right there. It is a 0, number. So my slope, haven't looked for yet. My y-intercept is negative 4. My slope, most of the problems will tell you find the equation in slope-intercept form from this linear table. I'm not going to mess with these guys up here. I don't like those negatives. I'm going to go down to here and I'm going to say plus 1. Ooh, sorry, plus 2, plus 1. So it's 2 over 1 equals 2. If you did it by the slope equation where you did y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and I did 2 minus 0, this is my y2, and over 3, 2 minus 0 over 3 minus 2, I would still get 2 over 1, and that would be my slope still. So my final answer for the equation is y equals 2x minus 4. If you were to write the equation from a graph, please pay attention to the y-intercept, and that is where it crosses the y-axis. So I want an M, I want a B. Here this is -1. Oh, y-intercept -1. The slope, I am going to realize that that is a positive slope because it is going in the positive direction, and I am going to count the rise over the run. Going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going up 4. I'm going 1, 2, 3 to the right. That is a positive, so the slope is 4/3. So the equation is y equals 4/3 x minus 1. For babysitting, Nicole charges a flat fee of $3 plus $5 per hour. This per is going to help you because per always means X. In class, I always said if you saw the per, just put an X on it. Write an equation for the cost after H hours of babysitting. I'm not going to use C's and H's. I'm going to use Y's and X's. So Y equals, this is 5x, that is the slope. A flat fee is the y-intercept, plus 3. Remember at the first slide it said the y-intercept you could think, or the b you could think is the beginning. So I'm going to plot 3 because my y-intercept is always in the form of 0, comma a number, and here it's called 0, comma 3. So I start at the origin, go nothing over, and go up 3. My slope, which is right here, is 5 up, 1 right. And so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 right. And I'm going to continue that as long as I can make that graph. And I'm going to do that. I hope this helps on session 2. And if you have any questions, please watch this before you do your exercises or your submissions. And then if you need some help, please attend a tutoring session. Thank you.